Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Spring Spinner from Debbi Minero. So I think this is, as of this moment, Debbi's most recent release, and we wanted to have fun with it on our Tangle Time session. And it is, oh my gosh, it's amazing. All right. Starts off with essentially an asterisk. And so I am going to put a cross in the middle, sorta. And then we're going to cross the cross. And I'm keeping it on the small side just for now. I could go a little bit longer. So here's, no, let me do this and I'll explain as I go. Although it could be a little bit longer. Let's just do that. On second thought. This one, because you can expand it if you wish. So I was apparently erring on the really, really safe side of too small. Because you can do just like this. I'm carefully redefining the line that's there and extending it out. And even though I have little bit of, you can see where it's the new line, but it's not that bad. Okay. And then you can always go back and redefine again if need be. Okay, then. So this one tucked in between the spokes, we will have like a little flux shape. Like so. Probably the most difficult part is to keep these kind of even. But at the same time, whatever happens, happens, and it's all good. And actually, if you do them slow, as long as you get one, and then you kind of can watch, from one to the next. My problem is usually if I'm going too fast. All right, next. And following the step outs, and just let me make a note. You could swap this step. This is on Deb's at step 4 and 5. You could swap these two if you wanted to. But we'll go ahead with what the step outs say. And so what we're going to do is leave a bit of space here because we're going to put a dot. And that's why I said you could, whatever you want to do. And we're going to do like a tethered orb. I'm trying to leave a little space and a tethered orb. Now, if you do like this and you went way over, that's okay. Because like I said, we can extend it. And you could do a seed shape in here if you wanted to instead. Well, I'm going to wait. Let me wait and just do all of them at once. Because this could look cute, if you were gonna stop after this step, it kind of looks neat with having the line going in just part way. All right, then as I mentioned, on the spokes, we're gonna do a dot. Actually, I'm gonna do the spokes first because I found myself as I was alternating spoke and then orb, confusing myself. And we can't have that. All right, then an orb. And it's not necessarily in line, it's just above the flux shape. Well, I think that's the first time they're almost close to the same size. That's amazing. All right, now what Deb says in her step out, and I think I did put it in mine as well, you can stop right here if you want. If you say, oh, I really like that, and I'm going to stop there, then you can. And if you're putting a bunch of these together, this is a nice stopping place, because if you want to do some small ones, I'm going to go ahead and continue on so you can see what that looks like. All right, and what that looks like is this. And you know what? You could do it this way. We're just going to add another tethered orb to the end, and then you could add the line. Or whichever way your hand wants to do it. I'm running out of room on the edges. Yeah, I'm not sure which way is easier. Let's try it. Well, you know what? Here's why it's not easier, because I'm never sure exactly how big my tethered orb is going to be. So safer to do that and then carry that line through. This neither one of us separated this out on the step out. All right. You know, honestly, that's a cute place to stop too. But the next step that Deb has is this. Coming from the center-ish of the orb, and I'm gonna make a curve line from here to here, up to you whichever way you start, like that. And we're gonna go all the way around. I was trying to use the natural curve of my hand. I was doing this on our Tangle Time call, and so I was doing all of the one side, and I'm like, no, that's just confusing me, let alone anybody watching me. I was kind of just doing one side at a time. Just to avoid my going back and forth with this. But you know what? It's fun. But, you know, if you can use the natural curve of, you know, your hand, do it. It more can, you know, increases the chances of consistency. No guarantees, you know. That's my only disclaimer. Your results may vary. Like that. And then, you know, whatever other kind of fun you might want to have. For instance, I'm just looking at, all of a sudden I'm looking at Deb's sample. I'm like, one of them is like, oh, that center is so tiny. It's so cute. All right. One of the things that I for sure like to do. Oh, but you know what? Heck, I did it different every time. Oh. All right. Line, dot, dot, or a wispy line. Okay. Line, dot, dot. Because I love it so much. Yeah, so now is playtime. That just makes it so neat. And then I do like what Deb did on hers, and I'm going to copy that here. Well, let me see if I can get it. Okay, more on an angle. I got them straight, and we're alternating them because it looks neat. Oops. Ignore that. This is why. Let's just do the one side. Because then we get in a habit, and we're like, oh, let me just take it right on up the top there. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do with it, though. Course corrector brain kicking in. Okay. And that's right. Oh, you know what? Let me do it from... Yeah, because we're doing opposite side. Oh, but wait. I want to have that same angle, and my hand just seems to be prepped to do it up here. I was like, it's not feeling right if I go down below there on the bottom and just try to have a different angle. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. Hand does what the hand wants to do. Okay. Now, for the course correction, we're just going to fill in that side. Because we can. There is always a way to course correct yourself out of something you don't like or that you want. Oh no, that's not what I intended. Lots of ways. Oops, let's get that. And while I could change over to the graphic one, I'm almost done. And it's such a little small space. I feel comfortable doing it this way. All right, and I have a nice new juicy Micron one. Okay, now let's do some shading. And sure, there it is. While there are multiple ways you could shade this, I really liked this. So I'm just putting some on the inside. You could go the outside instead if you wanted to. All right. And then we will just spread it out a bit with the Tortillion, kind of bringing it down those sides a little bit. You could bring it all the way down to that orb if you wanted to. Ah, that looks so neat. All right, and let's see. One thing I didn't, do I want to or not? Maybe I will leave them as they are and just put a little extra graphite right here in the center and just bring it out a little bit just to add some, yeah, depth to that center. And there we go. I love how it makes it look like poofy. All right. Such a fun tangle. Now, as I mentioned, we were playing with this on our Tangle Time sessions. I am just, oh, I don't know. Deb's tangles are so lovely. They really are. And there's always so many ways to decorate them and have fun with them. And a lot of times she shows us, and then, you know, there's just a lot of open room to have fun. So this was, let's see, this was the AM session that I did. Now on this one, because I was doing it on a larger square, and, you know, as you can see, there's more room on the corners. So I decided to take advantage of that and do 3 of the tethered orbs. And then also doing that last step, you know, pulling that, doing that little C shape just on those corners. And I really, really like how it turned out. And of course, added in some fancy flux and zinger. And I love how that turned out. Just so neat. And then, similar but yet different, same extra tangles that I use, but I wanted to try something a little bit different on our PM session, and so I did, and it turned out rather neat. But I want to bring that down a little bit. This one I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I was hesitating a lot, and I barely got it done. But I think as I'm doing it, I think I like to have that, yeah, cut it down onto the orb, or closer than I have it on some of these, like that one. All right, but this one I stuck to the plan, to the step out, and yeah, totally fun. It goes, there's my chop. As if it matters which way's up, it doesn't. So much fun. Just, like I said, such a lovely tangle. If you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I'm going to adjust that. little off kilter there. If forgot what I was saying. If you'd like to take part in something like this, this is what we do on our Tangle Time sessions. And it's just, we take the tangle, we take a look through it, and then everybody is just up to their own devices and how they want to play with it. And it's just so much fun. So these are free sessions on Thursdays, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Michigan. Do take a look at the the description section where you will find links to the step outs. I always do my own version. And then I also have a link to the creator of the tangle, so you'll find those. Below that is my link tree where you'll find links to all my social media. So if you would like to, connect or follow or join us, because I do have a couple links for where you can follow for classes. And what's nice about that is that it will show in your time zone and you can do a reminder. That kind of thing. It's just nice. And then, if you like it, of course, let me know, because I do have a separate list that every month I put in, the recurring sessions, and I can put you on that email list, but I have to, if you ever want off of it, you just have to let me know. Because I change it once a month, and that's when I can make those changes. The way our system is, you have to delete the whole series and then start over. So anyway, contact me if you wish. Let's see. I also do teach on Tuesdays, same times, except they're generally longer classes. The free classes are an hour, and then the other ones are longer. Just depends on what the class is. I do have one free one on Tuesday, which is called Tough Tangle Tuesday. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, we always have fun, period. But it's different fun because we're, just depends on the tangle that I pick and what I want to torture everybody with. And sometimes it's really tough. Sometimes it's just a high focus type of tangle, or just, there's a lot of steps and a lot of things to consider. So it ranges, and sometimes you get surprised. Oh, hey, that wasn't as hard as what it looks like it should be. So you can come and join us. Let's see, what else do I want to mention? Our Facebook community group on Facebook. You can join us, click that link, answer the 4 questions, and that gets you in the door. And it's all self-explanatory on there. I just like to highlight certain things. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.